Welcome to another SketchUp video tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a desk lamp that'll consist of a base, a lampshade and an articulated stem. This is one of 3 videos. In this video you'll make the base of the lamp as well as the 3 parts of the stem. The video works best by watching through to the end, then going back to the start and working through step by step. Okay, so we're going to start by making the base. We need to get rid of you. I'm going to use the rectangle tool, draw a rectangle. I think the dimensions are 200, 150 and enter, and it's snapped to the right size. Zoom in and now add some thickness. Use the push-pull tool, click and drag that up, and I think it's about 18mm thick. So 18 and enter. And for now, that's our base, and we're going to leave it like that. So select the whole thing, right click, make component, and I'll call it base. Okay, and we'll come back to that later to make the mortise. For now, what I'm going to do is move that to the side slightly. There we go. So I'm moving it by holding down the scroll wheel in the center of the mouse. I can orbit, and then I can press shift as well to pan and just move it to the side. So again, rectangle tool, and this is going to be the stem, which is 20 by 20mm, so 20, and enter. That's the width and thickness, and then the length of this is 200. So I'm just going to click, drag that up, type 200, and press enter. There we go. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is add the tenon. The easiest way to do that is to use the offset tool. So I'm going to go where the push-pull is, use this option, the third one, offset, go to the edge, click, drag in, and I'm just going to drag in by 3mm and enter. Go back to the offset and go and turn it back to the push-pull, and just drag that down 10. Okay, so that bit's done. Move back to the top, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this in half and take half of it down with the push-pull tool. So pencil tool or the line tool. So I've locked onto that midpoint, dragged it across. Now I can use the push-pull tool and select it, drag it down, and I'm going to make this bit square, so I need to take that down by 20. So 20 and enter. Okay, good. Now I want to put a hole in the center, and I also want to round these edges here. So easiest way to find the center is to draw a line down the middle, get the circle tool and find the center of that, drag it out, and we're using M6 bolts, so they are 6mm in diameter, so I'm just going to make the hole 6mm in diameter. So the Radius is 3. Enter. Now I can, well, I won't get rid of the line because what I'll do is I'll use that point to drag that up, and that gives me the curve on the edge. Now I can get rid of that line, and I also want to get rid of that bit and that bit. Push pull tool, make sure that's highlighted, click and drag to the edge, drag to the edge, and do the same here, and I can use the edge there as well. And just a quick check that that's gone all the way through, which it has, and that is done. So I'm going to make that component now. So selection tool, drag across the whole thing without getting anything else in, right click and make component stem 1, I'll call it. Okay, so we need another one of those, but on the next piece it's going to have this on both ends, and it's going to be shorter as well. Is it easier just to copy this one or make a new one from scratch? It's probably easy just to copy this one. Move tool, click, drag it across, and then just tap Control and it'll make a copy. So I've tapped Control and it's made a copy. Alright. Now, because this is a component, whatever I do to this one, we'll do it to this one as well. So I need to make it unique. So I'm going to right click, and just under Edit Components it says Make Unique. So it won't do that anymore, they're two separate components now. And essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the component by double clicking. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to delete those lines. And I'm just going to drag that up by 100. And enter. Okay, let's just check the length of that. I can use this pen, the line tool here. So I click on there, that should be 100. And it is, I can see, top, bottom, right hand corner, I can see it says 100 there. And now I need to do this on this end, but on the opposite sort of side. So I'm going to zoom in a bit. Where's the best view? Okay. Line tool. Midpoint. Midpoint. And I'm going to take this bit. Can you remember what that was? It was 20, wasn't it? Okay. Can you remember what we did last time? Line tool on the center, circle tool, again lock onto that midpoint, drag 3mm because we want a 6mm diameter, and then just drag. Doesn't matter where I drag that to, because they're all the same distance from the center. Delete the line, delete these bits, and push pull, drag that to the edge, and then the same. I'll just use that edge there to get the right depth of cut. And that's that. That's done, that piece. Is there anything down there? Okay. Now we need to start putting them together. So we need to think about where the best join point is, and I think it's probably this line here. If I grab onto that edge there and take it over to that one, there we go, that's nicely lined up. And we've got one more piece to do as well. So again, I think I'm gonna take this one. How did we make a copy? Can you remember? It was just tap, control. That's it. Right click, make unique. And this time all I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this top. So double click to edit the component, push pull tool, and I'm just going to drag that across like that, really easy, and that's done. That's all we need for now. Can you remember how we moved it to the right position? Move tool, hover onto that point there and take it over to snap it onto that point there. Okay. Right, we need to go back to the base now and put the mortise in for this tenon to fit. So let's have a look. What dimensions are we working with here? Let's just draw a square. I'll use the square tool and just get that. So that is, can you see, bottom right, that is 14 by 14. So we need to make a hole, a mortise, in the base that is 14 by 14. Okay, so I'm going to double click on the base. Now you can double click on it to edit the group, or you can just select it, right click and go to edit component. Okay, rectangle tool. I'm going to draw a rectangle that is 150 by 30, just to give me a reference point. That's all it's for. Now that is 14 by 14. So let's see, 150, take away 14, what's that? Oh, 136. Split that in half, we've got 68. So I'm going to draw a rectangle here that is 14. Hopefully this makes sense to you. By 68. There we go. And now if I do my square, that is 14 by 14. (14, 14), enter. Now what's this? Is that 68? Yes. Relief. Okay, so that's given us that. All that I've done really is get that into the center by using these reference points and doing a little bit of maths. Well, barely maths. Get rid of these lines. So I'm just selecting them and then pressing delete. Leaves us with this square, and I can just drop that down by about, what was it, 10 mil, and enter. Done. Come out of the component. Now, how do I get that into the right place? I'm gonna take, right, I want to move all of this at the same time, so I need to select it all like this first of all, and then I'm gonna grab this bottom point here, and then now luckily in this newer version it goes sort of see-through, so you can find these points that you wouldn't usually be able to see, and I'm just gonna snap it onto that position, and there we go. We have got the base and we've got the stem and the 3 parts. Okay, so in the next video what we're going to do is add the bolts and the nuts, and we're going to position, kind of rotate these to make it, to get it into the right position, and we'll put the lampshade on as well. Oh, and we need to add our own design to the base, but like I said, we'll do that in the next video.